Good morning, Sage Creek.
And welcome back to the stage.
We have a spirited show for you this week leading up to our big Hoopcoming celebration.
With a story on lunch volleyball,
the origins of Hoopcoming,
and ending our show is sports coverage on attending the Hoopcoming basketball game.
Sounds like we have a lot to cover this week, so let's get rolling.
I'm Kayley Teagle.
And I'm Devyn Serrano. And this is The Sage.
To get us started, we have reporter Julianna bring us a piece on lunch volleyball.
And how it all started.
Hey Bobcats! Every day at lunch, Coach Savage hosts volleyball in the gym open to any level player. We asked some players why they come.
Because it's fun, you get to play volleyball and you don't have to sit, get some energy out, since you're sitting all day in class, just come play volleyball.
I enjoy playing volleyball a lot, and I come down here with friends and we all just mess around. Sometimes we try and we just have a good time, rally with everyone. Plus Coach Savage is here, so it makes it even more fun.
I come to lunch volleyball because it's fun and it's a good way to get my mind off school.
It's kind of a community. The same people show up, everybody, it's fun. I love playing with my friends and being able to play volleyball every day.
Is that there's a lot of different skill levels, so it's more fun and less competitive.
Coach Savage, coach of the boys varsity volleyball team, shares his point of view.
Just because I'm, want to try and get people started in volleyball and grow the game, so trying to give them opportunities.
Boys volleyball tryouts start on February 7th, varsity at 6, JV and Frosh at 7:30, so make sure you get your athletic clearance to participate.
Getting a good serve or laughing it off with friends and just having a great time.
Thank you, Juliet, for bringing us that piece.
Speaking of volleyball, boys volleyball tryouts will be held from February 7th to the 10th in the gym from 3:45 to 5:45.
All of our spring sports are starting soon, so stay up to date with tryout information and ticket to play distribution for the following weeks leading up to tryouts.
Do you still need to buy your Hoopcoming ticket?
If so, you can still purchase them for $45 with an ASB sticker and $50 without. You can do so till a day before the dance, but no tickets will be sold at the door.
Yeah, what is Hoopcoming?
Does that include a good playlist?
I guess you'll have to find out.
Till then, let's send it off to Leo Ambrogelly for the inside scoop.
Before we dive into this year's festivities, let's take a look back across the years. How did we get here? The year is 2013, and Sage Creek just opened its doors. Back then, and I'd argue even now, we're still facing this big question of who we are as a community. Current ASB advisor Mrs. Tapia reflects.
We do want these fun traditions that can go on for years and years. Aside from that, we're a newer school. So we get the benefit of building the traditions, which I think is the coolest part about Sage Creek.
According to longtime Sage Creek staff member Mr. Simon, Hoopcoming was modeled off of other schools that we were in touch with at the time of developing Sage Creek, like CCA and Westview. And since basketball was the biggest crowd-supported sport after football, the homecoming idea was morphed into Hoopcoming. Despite this early start, our small student population and lack of a junior and senior class at the time, among other factors, meant that Hoopcoming's growth as a tradition was slow going. We would not have our first big Hoopcoming dance until 2016. From there, it seemed that things would only go up. But, for better or for worse, that's not the end of the story. As some of you may know, this year marks our first Hoopcoming in a while. For seniors and juniors, may it act as a measure of growth and challenges overcome. Freshmen and sophomores, the next chapter of this tradition is yours to write. For The Sage, this has been Leo Ambrogelly.
Thank you, Leo.
ASB has worked hard to put together this week's Spirit Week.
Tomorrow, I don't want to see any backpacks.
And Friday, wear your best and most Bobcat spirit wear.
Don't forget to purchase your tickets for the Hoopcoming basketball game on GoFans.com for Friday's game.
I look forward to seeing everyone there.
To wrap up our show, we have a sports-related piece hyping up the game.
Give it up for Cooper Hancock.
What's up, Bobcats? The Hoopcoming basketball games are coming up this Friday with the girls starting at 5:30 and the guys starting at 7. In advance, I got some perspectives from Bob Squad members and the players.
Hoopcoming special because we don't have a football team here, so it's kind of like our homecoming, and we really want a big crowd, and it's good because we're nearing the end of the season, so this is going to be really good for our record if we win. And it's just a really exciting game, and it's a school tradition. So.
Hoopcoming special because it's probably the biggest game of season, and it's also towards the end of season, so it kind of just symbolizes season coming to an end. So everyone just kind of wants it, and it's probably the biggest crowd we get of the year.
Every student should come to Hoopcoming because it's a really fun experience, and you only have 4 Hoopcomings here at your time at Sage Creek, and it's a community event. After the carnival, you can just go straight to the game. We have middle schoolers come out, elementary schoolers, and everyone at Sage, all in the student section together and having a really fun time.
I feel like the big crowd is something we're not used to. So like at the Hoopcoming games, like when we do have the crowd, I feel like it just pumps everybody up, and I feel like it gets everyone really excited, and like it connects everyone. So I feel like that's like super amazing.
The big crowd really gives us like a lot of energy, and it really could change the momentum of the game.
Hoopcomings in the past have been insanely hype. It's like a sea of green and gold. Everyone's so excited. It's not even really about the basketball game, even though it is like the event of the night. It's just about being there with all your friends and showing all your spirit for our school.
Thank you, Cooper. That was some good insight.
The Bobcat community has been working hard this season.
Let's keep it up.
Thank you all for tuning in to this week's episode of The Sage.
Check out our website for the latest stories such as the NFC Championship game,
won on our Girl Scout cookies,
and follow us on our Instagram and Twitter at The Sage Publication.
This has been all for this week.
This has been Devyn Serrano
and Kayley Teagle
reporting for The Sage.